It's all fun and games until every human in your house has run out of clean underwear and you realize you are buried under a mountain of laundry. Welcome back. I have so much laundry that I need to tackle. It's 11 loads. I can't believe it. 11 loads of laundry. So, first thing I decided to do is get this rug out of the way because I do need to take it to the laundromat to be washed as well. And I decide since that space is open, we are going to pile all of our laundry out into the middle in the open where we cannot ignore it any longer. And maybe that will inspire me to get through all of this laundry and get it folded and get it put away before Thanksgiving. So I call for my kids to bring the clothes from the places that we have hoarded them and just throw them in this giant pile. Then I have everyone sort the clothes. I asked the kids beforehand who would like to be on camera and who wouldn't, and 2 out of 3 said no, thank you. So we sorted it without being taped, and then I started doing the laundry. I do discover that I have laundry that I already need to fold first, so I'm even further behind than I initially thought. So while we're doing 11 loads of laundry, I thought I would take the opportunity to talk to you a little bit and introduce myself while you watch this and hopefully feel motivated enough to get your own laundry done. My name is Beth, and I am a mother of 3 amazing redheaded children. I have been married to my husband for 14 years, and we have been living in coastal Georgia for almost 1 year. I have been a stay-at-home mom since the twins were born, and I have wanted to be a mother my entire life. This is such a great blessing, and it is exactly where I needed to be. Previously, I was a Chinese linguist in the Army. I was a bartender. I did work at Starbucks, which was amazing. And I have been a doula, which was my favorite job so far, and I hope to get back to it someday. A doula is a birth coach. It's not a midwife. We don't do anything medical. We're there purely for mama support. It is such an incredible blessing to be a part of somebody's birth, and I cry every single time. I'm sure it's not professional, but I don't care. I just love seeing babies get born. When the twins were just over 2, we realized that there was some major issues going on with their development. And it did turn out that at the age of 2.5, we received an autism diagnosis for both twins. When we received that diagnosis, we were told basically that they would be nonverbal, non-independent, and it was at the highest severity level that you could diagnose a child at the time. It was very difficult. It was a very hard time in my life and in my husband's, and for our whole family. We had a newborn, and all of a sudden we were drowning in therapy appointments and doctor's appointments and just trying to navigate what our new trajectory looked like. I don't know how I got so incredibly lucky, but our girls did eventually start to talk. They were speaking around 4 or 5 years old. We would get some words, and then we had really functional language after that. I still have huge aspirations for independent living for them in the future, but I am also very lucky to be an active mom forever if that's the path that we go down. So when it comes to homeschooling, a lot of our school is focused on just functional living. How do you do your laundry? How are we going to focus on cleaning? And it is why I am trying to better myself now as a homemaker, because I do see a path that way for our children, our daughters, to be homemakers. I want them to learn these skills because they are very valuable. You don't have to be a boss girl to contribute to this world. I feel like I am doing some of the best work that there is out there, and I am hoping that there are other women out here too that want to understand that being a traditional wife, a stay-at-home wife, a tradwife isn't cosplay. It is a wonderful way to live. Yes, I'm terrible at it. I'm a terrible housewife, but I could get better. So when it comes to the girls' school, we do a decent amount of traditional schoolwork, I would say that we are moving at a much slower pace than most kids their age are, but we do focus a lot on actual life skills. It's part of the reason why I want to be a better homemaker. I want to give a more clear example for my daughters now that I do see the pathway that they could be living independently in their own homes. I want to give them the skills to create homes for themselves. Often I'm asked, "Oh, what would you do if you didn't have to be a stay-at-home mom?" And that question breaks my heart because I could have done many other things. But at every crossroads, I chose this lifestyle. When my husband and I were very young and we realized one of us could get through college while the other one worked to make sure that we weren't going to be burdened with student loans, I chose to be the one who worked so that he could complete college so that we wouldn't have this massive debt. When we were presented with the fact that we were having twins, I chose to stay home with them as opposed to try to work harder or burden my husband so that we could pay for 2 sets of infant care at a daycare, which was wildly expensive. So maybe that wasn't a choice. Maybe that was chosen for me. And whenever it comes down to, could I put my kids in public school and have them have access to the special education resources that they have? I could, and it would free up a lot of my time, but it wasn't right for them. There wasn't enough support. And I'm not saying that it was anything that was anybody else's fault, just resources are thin. And my daughters needed full attention, which I could easily give them, and I was happy to do so. So that's a lot about my daughters. We do have my son Calvin. He is very happy to announce to everyone that he is a YouTuber, and he is white neurotypical. He is a very social, smart, loud, loving little boy, and he adores his sisters very much. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope my rambling wasn't too boring and too much sharing. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about me. I know that I had that Mr. Beast introductory video, but that was more of just ripping off the band-aid to try to actually post something to just start going at this. And it wasn't a really true introduction into myself. Thank you so much for listening. I can't wait to see you in another video. I love you. Bye.